Yo, it's TRB. Just a quick message. Dude asked me in the comments, what scripture was I talking about when it came to the Bible? I was talking about Deuteronomy 28. Alright? Also, there's a pretty cool story as well. Here go another story. I ain't gonna get all into it. I think her name is Lilith. Alright? Think about this. God made man, this is per King James, right? God made man from the dirt of the earth, right? Why would he not make woman from the dirt of the earth? Well, if I got her name right, I think her name is Lilith. When God made man, he also made woman from the dirt of the earth, right? And this is good. And so be it. And the day went to night. And then the day 6 came along. Anyway, I know I'm gonna get some Bible thumpers to come at me, but I'm telling you, the story was taken out of the Bible because they couldn't get the history right, and she ended up becoming a demon. Anyway, Adam couldn't get Lilith. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but we're just gonna call her Lilith. Lilith, or the woman before Eve. Right? Adam couldn't get Lilith to be submissive to his demands, basically. That's how it goes. Right? Couldn't get her to act right. Basically. Couldn't get her to act right, right? So she even went against God himself and was like, no, I'm not doing it. Like when you hear the story, you hear the proper terminology and the proper way it went. But this is how I took it. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. And she walks off. And she gets wings. And she goes to the east side of the Garden of Eden. Right? So God comes back looking for Adam like, hey. Now here's the funny part. Here's what makes it even more interesting to me, right? God is all knowing. Why would he even have to ask where Adam and Eve is at, or Adam and Lilith is at, right? Now, I'm not sure if, I'm thinking in the Bible they didn't get free will until they ate from the tree of knowledge, right? So they didn't know they were naked. They out there chilling with animals, getting all this other stuff. So in the beginning, when God made man, he made woman, all from the dirt of the earth, and molded them into the image of himself. The image of himself is not his color. That's one thing that we keep messing with, like he was black, he was white, he was this. He had 5 fingers, 2 arms, 2 legs, and probably some genitals, a head, 2 eyes, 2 holes for his nostril, and 1 for his mouth. The image, the actual image of him, not the color of him, the image of him. Which, here's what some people say. If God made man from dirt, what color is dirt? That's one of the reasons why they try to say, you know, everything started from black folks. That's neither here or there. Because I don't really know too much white dirt. I mean, you got granite. But, you know, like right now, I'm driving through New Mexico, Arizona. I'm seeing brown dirt, red dirt, light-skinned dirt, dark-skinned dirt. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons. That's one of the things people try to say. But yeah, it's neither here nor there what his race was. We talking about God, not Jesus. All right? Because it says in the beginning, God made Adam and Eve. All right. In the beginning, God made Adam and Lilith. The way that the story should have went, right? Look it up on YouTube and hear the stories. You gotta understand. Man chose the stories that goes in the book we call the Bible, right? I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but it's just this is just open dialogue. This is not something that I'm saying, hey, you're wrong or I'm wrong. All I'm saying is the New Testament, where if Jesus affected so many people, why do we only got these few people in there? Right? There should be hundreds of books out there from men and women But Lilith would not be submissive to the man. You hear me? So in the beginning, y'all motherfuckers were defiant from the beginning. And God said, no worries. He did something with Lilith. I forgot what happened. And Adam went to sleep. God took a rib and said, I made a womb of a man. I made a woman for you. And Eve was submissive. And then you wonder, this is what I'm saying. Listen to me though. Listen to me though. All right, listen to me. Because what I'm saying is not a lie. The information is out there, right? Of course, King James version is the end all be all. I know that. All I'm saying is there's a version out there that speaks of Lilith. Now Lilith has turned into a succubus. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to say suck a bitch, but she's not a bitch. She's not like that. No, she was just a person who wanted to do her own thing. Now, Lilith goes off. She's the tempter of men. She tempts men. She sleeps with teenage boys, and she's the whore of the Bible now. Right? Right? It's all out there. Yo, it's out there. And this is what I'm saying, and why I like certain stories in the Bible, because you're accustomed to what they give you, but when you start doing your research, it opens up it goes this way and busts straight to the left, busts straight to the right. It's like, wait, what? So in the beginning, God made man and woman. Okay, first off, is it true? I don't know. Who knows? I wasn't there in the beginning, right? He made man and woman from the dirt of the earth, right? Right? Lilith was defiant. She grew wings and bounced. Now, you got Eve out here, right? She is submissive. In the picture, she's on her knees looking up at dude like, you are my one, I am made from you, so on and so forth. Right? Very submissive. And you wonder why in the overly religious areas of the world, women are belittled and looked at as less than. Why? It's because of Lilith. If Lilith would have just played the game, she would have been alright, women would have been alright, everybody would have been straight, everybody would have been equal, because at the end of the day, everybody's human. Right? But because Eve, now again, this is just my personal opinion of some of the stuff that I heard, some of the stuff that I read, some of the stuff that I looked through, right? If anything I'm saying is false, hey, it is what it is. Some people gonna be like, if it ain't in the Bible, it is not real, right? I agree with that. Hey, to each his own. All I'm saying is, do your research. Do your research, right? So, Eve is submissive, right? Because Eve is submissive, anything somebody say, she's weak-minded. Because she's submissive. Everything she do is not for herself. Everything she do is for Adam. Right? Right? Think about it. So when this serpent, we don't know if it was a snake and whatnot, this is just the terminology used. When the serpent or the evil spirit came along, whispered in the ear and told her to eat from the tree of knowledge, she was easily manipulated. So women, they say that you have a cycle because of the curse put upon you per the Bible, eating the fruit of knowledge. Now you're cursed to bleed all year for all years or something like that. Something like that. And the childbirth will be painful when you give life because you sinned and your genetic, you ate from the tree of knowledge and you convinced man to eat from the tree of knowledge. Right? So I say that to say this. All right? Do your research. Shout out to Al Smith. Hey, Al, don't come at me, man. hey, look, don't come at me. Don't come at me. Think about what's the Catholic thing overseas? Think about the amount of knowledge and books they got in there about past events such as that. But they choose not to release it. They're hoarding the words of the religious God that most people in America think or believe. They're hoarding it. There's no other way around to release the information. Release the information. Because people want to know. Right? But yeah, check out Deuteronomy 28. Tell me, does that not affect the state of mind that black people are in, people of color, and Jewish people? Like, slavery was messed up. Slavery was messed up, displaced a lot of people. Deuteronomy 28 touched on that. The Jews, we're born in this world and judged by the color of our skin. Jewish people are born in this world and are judged by their beliefs. So, you know, we all got it hard when it comes to religious beliefs and stereotypes. And matter of fact, check this out. Rothschild was not his original name. I forgot what the original name is, but the original name means red star. Alright? Yo, that's all I'm saying. Like, you go to church and you have these dudes explain what's already there, but if you do your research, you be like, wait a minute, what? Rothschild was not his name. He had another name, something that stood for like red star. I don't remember the proper name, but it would stand for red star with the red pendulum or whatever. Right? Now, Rothschild wanted to have power because wherever the Jews went, they was exiled from many countries, many cities, many towns, murdered, slaughtered, massacred, shipped here, shipped there. They thought they was free when they followed Moses. Well, guess what? They wasn't. Right? Right? He split the Red Sea and said, come on, man, I got you. Don't even worry about it. They was eating milk and honey, and guess what? They got tired of milk and honey. That's a whole nother story. I ain't even gonna go there. But they so what he did is he had like 4 or 5 sons, right? And this stuff is on YouTube, this stuff is in books and stuff like that. He had 4 or 5 kids, right? He said, we need power. In order to have power, you need money, because everything in this world, wars, everything is done with the currency of that particular nation, right? So what he did, I want to say it's in London. He said, you're going to be the head of a bank here. You're going to be head of a bank here. You're going to be head of a bank here and here. Basically, it was like a route in major cities. They was in the right smack in the middle, right? There's an actual movie about it. It's an old black and white movie, right? And the reason why he did that, because if there's a king and he needs to send money to a province that's far away, there's a chance that they can get robbed. And all that money, all that hard work is gone into the hands of whoever was brave enough to step to him and take it. So he said, we're going to do everything with a letter, right? So they took that letter and it'd go from New York, they'd take it to Georgia. And whatever son owns the bank in Georgia would release the funds to whatever province, right? And that's how they kept control of the money till today. Like right now, you know who Rothschild is, but that wasn't their original name. Boy, I'm telling you, listen, if you do a little research, history can get mad entertaining. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. When it comes to religion, when it comes to culture, when it comes to people's beliefs and different things like that, oh yeah. Oh, and don't try to delve deeper into it when it comes to Jesus and the Jews. Boy, look, don't do it. Because if you do it, you're going to feel mad uncomfortable. It's going to be mad uncomfortable. But in order for you to understand the light, you need to understand the dark. For you to understand bad or good, you need to understand bad. So for you to understand the word of one man, you need to understand the words of another. Right? Oh, okay. My camera overheated. I was getting too into it. My camera overheated. Hopefully we get a little time this time. But for you to understand what darkness is, you need to understand what light is, right? Now, there was a few different cultures out there that we're not really made aware of per our history books, right? One of the races was the Moors. Moors was badass, right? Hey, it is what it is. At the time, when they had that big plague over in Europe or Britain or whatever that continent it is, I don't know, over in that area where everybody was dying, the cataclysms and stuff, you know what I'm saying, with the bones and all that, everybody died from some particular illness. Guess who saved them? It was the Moors. Now, who was the Moors? Moors was black dudes from Africa. The ones who showed Columbus America. Hey, it's out there. The information is out there. The Moors were black dudes from Africa who had science, mathematics, very smart, intelligent. It ain't not like it is now, the way that we see Africa now. Because the way that they show Africa now is a freaking, it's a mess. It's a mess. But technically, if you go over there, it ain't. They got commerce and everything. Side note, everybody who challenged the dollar is dead. Gaddafi wanted to change from a dollar currency to actual gold currency, and they tarnished his name and murked him. Now he did, well, now he might have did a lot of other stuff. I haven't did a lot of research into it. It's just some articles that I read about that was like he was starting to mess with the dollar, took him out. Anyway, the Moors came over, found out that the illness or the plague or whatever was coming from the water, and all people had to do was stop drinking the water for a day or two, and everybody started to get better, started to get healthy. They went over there, gave them science, they gave them mathematics, they gave them education. The highest prestigious colleges over there were started by Moors, black dudes from Africa. It's in the history books. It's in the history books. That's why if you go over there, there's a lot of saint this and saint that, and they wide nosed and big lip. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Look, it's out there. All you gotta do is YouTube it. All you gotta do is YouTube it. Now, the funny part about it is all these castles and stuff you see over there, built by Moors. Built by Moors. The moats, built by Moors. What would they put in the moats? The little circle around the castle, right? Alligators, right? Alligators, or I think it's alligators. Alligators were from Africa. They ain't got alligators over there. Just now they probably do. They bring them over. All this gator belts and gator fashion. Like Italy is the #1 for fashion because they was on the trade route that the Moors had created to trade with the indigenous people of all these different countries. Hey, all I'm saying is the information is out there. You can say I'm lying. Hey, it could be a lie. I ain't gonna lie. It could be a lie. It's out there. It's just not in our history books here in America. Here in America. Because here in America, Columbus discovered America. Right? Oh, man. So, long story short, before my phone overheats again, do your research. Do some research. Look into who these people like look into who King James is. You want to follow you got to understand, like, who is King James? Who is the people he sent out to get these scriptures? What particular reason why these people were chose to put their words in the Bible? Right? Out of all the people that Jesus had encountered, you know what I'm saying? Why did they choose to put these people in the Bible? Hey, look, this TRB. I know some people gonna get mad about what I'm saying, It's not about getting mad. It's an open dialogue. Information is out there. You know, we take everything for face value. Now, Al Smith told me, Bishop Al Smith, stand your post, get your stick, baby. Stand your ground, get on your post, right? He said now we don't really go off the Old Testament because we live in the days of, what did he say? Grace and understanding or something like that. What did he say? He said something like that. He's probably, if he see this video, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get down in the comments, or he's probably gonna make a video and just go ham all on me. Listen, Al, look, all I'm doing is my research. You don't know who Al Smith is. He's the most gangster preacher on YouTube. That's all I'm saying, and Facebook. But just ask yourself, who are these people? Who are these people? You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed of the stories of King James. You'll be amazed where the scriptures that they pull from. They pull from 5, 6 different Bibles, because there was a variety of versions of Bibles out there. But you only gonna listen to the one? Huh? That's like listening to one trucking YouTuber. Just one? When you got a variety of stories out here, varieties of opinions, varieties of actual factual facts. Just gonna listen to one? Just like you do with everything else in life, do your research. I ain't saying stop believing. No. All I'm saying is understand the people that you believe in that's giving you their opinions. Because that's, I think that the New Testament got a lot of opinions in it. The Old Testament was just, yeah, though, hey, I gotta go back and do some more research on the Old Testament, because basically they was just like, God ain't playing. He ain't playing. Look, this is what it is. Don't eat this. Don't eat that. But you put it on the earth, and it's delicious with butter. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to eat shellfish, but lobster butt, crab legs, delicious with butter. Why would you tempt us with creatures that we're not supposed to eat? Maybe it's tree of knowledge, right? God said, do not eat that. And they ate it anyway. So, it's TRB. Ramblings on TRB. Like I said, this might ruffle some feathers. I don't mean no harm, no foul. Feel free to throw me out some scriptures to prove me wrong about Lilith. Feel free to throw me some scriptures out there that refutes the Deuteronomy, which I'm about to go back to Deuteronomy 1 and listen to it all over again. Because every time I listen to it, I pull something different from it. And yeah, hey, this is TRB. Y'all be easy. I'll holler at you. Oh, do your research.